Hello, thank you. So I'm here to talk about Isambard AI, which is the new AI supercomputer which is coming to Bristol, specifically what it is, what it's for, and how to get ready for it. Of course, Isambard AI was a project which was funded by the government, pretty much announced in November last year as part of the AI Safety Summit at Bletchley Park. They committed about £300 million to bring an AI supercomputer for the UK, which is going to be based in Bristol. It's actually based in a car park. This is the car park at the National Composite Centre. It's very sustainable. They can no longer drive to work. This basically at the back you see is where you have the pod, which is where Isambard AI is installed. It was basically brought in, so the project actually was kicked off, funded in November. The machine is on site now and running in the end of March. This is a government project delivered pretty much on time. So the pod is in the car park. You can see basically pictured here. This is actually Isambard AI itself. It's just one little cabinet of GPUs, but it's going to expand to this massive machine over the summer. And it was funded for UKRI funded AI research in the UK, so training large language models, large-scale inference, foundational AI, AI safety and understanding, AI for health and other things as well. The aim is that it's open and free for everybody in the UK who wants to do research on AI, where the research has a strong AI component. And it accommodates AI training at any scale. So from your one GPU, small Jupyter notebook, up to you need thousands of GPUs for weeks or months. So again, it's a free resource for UK researchers, including in the health sector. Why is the government funding it? Because AI is just accelerating. Artificial intelligence has moved from a computer science to a computational science. If there is a pattern in your data, the algorithms now will mean that you'll find it. Well, the AI will find it. The software is accessible to use, it's easy to use, and as the amount of data that you have increases, so you get the capability to increase. And there's this thing called emergent capability, where essentially as you increase the size of the model, you start off with being able to do things like language understanding, but then it can do translation, common sense reasoning, arithmetic, but then explain jokes and do logical inference and semantic parsing. And we'll see the same thing in health, where the more data you feed into it, the more capability these models are going to have. This is why models are growing massively. So this is actually an exponential plot back here. So this is from 2018 to 2020. Models went up from like millions to billions to trillions of parameters within months. And what you see here, this is the open source models appearing up to 2024. More and more are coming. The models are now reaching trillions of parameters. That's why if you saw OpenAI GPT 4.0 released last week, it was singing to each other with a person. It's just the capability is amazing. How can you get ready for it? The way you get ready for it is basically by forming communities, as we're showing here. Look for communities who are already building AI models in your field. Those communities are probably in places like Hugging Face, which is where a lot of models are being published. Think about what data you have, what patterns could exist in your data, what questions you'd like to ask of your data. Most of these questions are being asked in Python when you build your models. Python's quite an easy language to learn in a Jupyter notebook. Like it can tell you, I've taken people with no programming up to being able to do machine learning in a couple of weeks in a summer school. So you can learn this. There's some resources up here. Ultimately, it all comes down to PyTorch, which is where most of the models are going. And you can start building your models on your laptop or using a free cloud service. You don't need to wait for Isambard AI, but once you've got it working, you can translate to that as we get to later in the year. Effectively on your laptop, you've basically got something that's got 466 million AI tera operations a second. What we'll get with Isambard AI is 10.4 million of those. Instead of having just 8 gigabytes of GPU memory, you're going to have 284 gigabytes. You can fit in the very, very large models. And I think with that, I'll move on to the next speaker. Thank you.